Hello.
Hello.
Hi, boss.
Hello, Hong Kong.
Hello.
In Hong Kong, East always meet West. So today I'm going to speak in both Cantonese and English. 中英合併。大家好，多謝香港貿易發展中心同埋商務書局，令到我哋今日有一個好開心嘅講節。I am very happy today. This is the happiest moment of my life. I'm going to come out because I feel so far away from you. So today, as I stand in front of all of you, I feel proud. I feel happy. Every step that had made me today who I am are here today. You are my life and you are my world. 我今日非常之榮幸喺你哋咁多來賓，每一個人都係我生命中重要嘅人，每一個人都係令到我成長到我今日嘅我。多謝你哋。My mom and my father are always in my heart. They gave us 6 children, and the youngest of all, my younger brother Lawrence, and his families are here. My other brothers and sisters, they are in Canada. They're sending their support. 我今日非常之多謝我媽媽爸爸，永遠都喺我個心目中。佢俾咗我哋6個仔女，我最細嘅細佬同佢成家人都喺呢度。我另外嘅兄弟姊妹冇，淨係有2個兄弟，有2個家姐喺加拿大都係同我哋一齊。Friends, I think, are like money. It's not about how much you make. It's how many you keep and to treasure, like all of you here today. I could not have achieved so much in my career without all the colleagues that are in this room. The most satisfying moment in one's career is when one found lasting friendship with partners and with clients. And today, I also met many new friends. And my 2 new friends, Frankie and Bianca, are on stage with me. You are my everything. From the bottom of my heart to your heart, thank you. 人生係唔係話你揾幾多錢，而係你有幾多個朋友你可以留下，同埋你哋一齊陪伴你。我今日嘅成功，如果冇咗我嘅同事，我就唔會喺呢度。每一個人嘅事業上最滿足嘅時刻，就係可以揾到永恆嘅友誼。我係非常之榮幸，亦都識到好多新嘅朋友。呢2位係我最新識嘅朋友。多謝大家，由我個心底去到你哋嘅心底。I was born in Kowloon, Wall City. Even though I was only there for my toddler years, the memory of Kowloon, Wall City will always in my mind. Knowing where you are born is comforting. 我喺九龍城寨出生，我雖然淨係喺頭嗰2年，但係我腦中永遠都好有深深嘅印象。知道你喺邊度嚟，係非常之令到你親切感。I remember my mom once told me that she almost gave me away to our childless neighbor. But when she took a good look at me, she knew immediately when she stared into my big dark eyes, she would never give up me or any of her children. I know I am a lucky one. My mom also told me that we don't have much, but when you give, you must touch hearts. I know that Kowloon World City, in my mind, will always be a place filled with kindness and abundance. 我媽媽話過俾我聽，佢爭啲會送咗俾我隔離個鄰居，因為佢哋冇仔女。佢睇住我又大又圓嘅眼睛，佢立刻知道佢永遠唔會放棄我或者佢其他嘅仔女。媽媽都話俾我聽，佢話我哋好窮，我哋冇乜嘢可以俾人。但係有機會俾人，你一定要俾慈善忠心去愛護人。所以我知道九龍城寨係一個地區，每一個角落都有慈善愛心嘅人。我覺得從九龍城寨去到華爾街，由聖保祿中學去到哈佛，由銀行家去到獵頭公司 ，From Wall City to Wall Street, from St. Paul Convent School to Harvard, from banking to headhunting and become China's first headhunter and founding the headhunting industry in China. Would that be an interesting story for a book? The fact is, I have never thought of writing a book. How did it begin? 我永遠都冇諗過會寫本書，但係我覺得我個人生係好多曲折。咁會唔會係一本寫書嘅內容呢？ In 2019, when my mother passed away, I hit the bottom. My mother was my rock. I began to revisit many of the key events in my life. I started to hate my past, get lost in the present, and fear of my future. I didn't know how to go on. As I began to write, I realized that I can look at all the events that happened to me with a new pair of eyes. And this honest self-discovery journey has given me the hope, the confidence that I now have to be my own rock. To be my own rock, I have to like and trust myself, to be brave, to continue to walk into the future, without even a destiny in mind。我喺偶然中，我係寫咗呢本書。當我2019年我媽媽離開我哋，我跌咗落去谷底，唔知點樣去繼續。我開始憎恨我自己嘅過去，對我自己現在非常迷失，亦都喺對將來非常之恐懼。我點解會嚟到呢個階段呢？我開始寫我自己嘅記憶，用呢個寫作嘅方法，我覺得我可以重新去睇我嘅過去，亦都有一個好大嘅信心，知道我而家係用我可以用一個新嘅眼光去睇我嘅過去，亦都係歡迎我嘅將來。So I think to trust and to love yourself is a very difficult task. And I begin to wonder, would I ever finish this journey of self-discovery? 3 years later, 100,000 words, I ask myself, would anyone want to hear my story? From the highest to the lowest, the journey continues. My story will take all of you into the many steps that life has taken me. Family, career, love, happiness, failure, success, losses. Would anyone want to hear my story? 我3年之後寫咗10萬嘅字，我諗下有冇人會想聽我個故事呢？由高點對低點，呢個旅程仲繼續。我個故事係人生必經嘅旅程，家庭、事業、愛情、成功、失敗、快樂、失落，都係每一個人嘅人生嘅旅程。This honest self-discovery has taught me to know that the biggest courageous things one can do is perhaps to share your story in public. Would I have the courage? I thought to myself that I am always a courageous person, but never a fearless person. As I think, fearless doesn't exist. Courage, for me, is always be found in one's honesty. If you are naked, then there's nothing to hide, or nothing can be hidden. 我覺得我唔知道會唔會有人聽我嘅故事，我有冇個勇敢去將我嘅故事將係公眾去表達呢？我覺得唔係因為我唔怕，而係我覺得如果我係誠懇嘅時候，我相信我乜都唔需要隱藏。我覺得人生係有一個每一個有一個重要嘅旅程。當我寫完呢本書，當我同大家分享呢本書， 我會覺得非常之驕傲，非常之滿足，因為我覺得真係你喺大眾之內，人人都知道你嘅好聞、醜聞、愛情、事業、成功、失敗都唔緊要，因為人人嘅故事都一樣。人人嘅故事個個都有單獨嘅故事，淨係冇聽過冇唔好聽嘅故事，淨係有一個未聽過嘅故事。So there is no ugly story. There is only story that I never heard. I hope sincerely that through writing my stories, sharing my secrets, love, hate, no hatred, just failure and success, that I will encourage others, in particular women, to accept and be comfortable with their past, to believe in the today you, and to continue the journey ahead, even though there might be opportunity that you don't know where destiny will take you. 我好希望將我本書，將我嘅故仔，令到其他人，尤其女士，佢哋會勇敢去面對佢哋嘅過去，冇掙扎，相信佢自己嘅而家，一度向前，一度去向前，去一個就算你唔知你嘅目的地喺邊度。Where you were born should not and would not determine who you're going to become. It's up to us. 你喺邊度出世，唔係決定你將來係邊一個人。呢個決定係我哋嘅。The honest self-discovery process can only be authentic if you are honest and know yourself well. 呢個自我發現嘅旅程，你越知道自己，呢個旅程就仲更加真實。我呢本《追蝶人生》係我送俾我媽媽嘅情書，亦都係我送俾香港嘅情書。This 追蝶人生 is a love story for my mom and for Hong Kong. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for being my friend. Thank you. 所以咧，而家唔需要聽我講啦，我講晒啦，呢個故仔。你有咩唔明咧，就買我本書。有咩問題咧，都可以喺度睇到。Everything you want to know about me is here. Please buy the book. So 我講咗好多關於九龍城寨嘅嘢，我覺得九龍城寨喺我心中永遠都有一個好重要嘅地位。Kowloon Walled City is always in my mind, and we all know that today Kowloon Walled City is a hot topic. And since the movie, I have been inspired by two artists. 嗰套九龍城寨嘅片令到我識到新朋友。咁我覺得我係獵頭人。I am a headhunter. So what's the similarities between a headhunter and an artist? Anyone can answer me? Particularly those headhunters here. What's the similarity between a headhunter and an artist? Okay, we both are beautiful. Curiosity. I think as a headhunter, we see potential. We see things other people may not see. Is that what artists do?
I guess so. We both have good instincts. I think that's quite essential for both headhunters and artists.
Yes. How about Frankie? 你用公文講都得，中英合併。
我就平時中意影相啫，咁你就咁啱我影咗九龍城寨啦，咁就可以做到你嘅嘉賓啊，好開心啊
！Okay. Yes. So we all agree that artist is about imagination. It's about seeing things that others cannot see. But more importantly, to express it, to visualize it. So today I'm very honored to introduce Bianca and Frankie. And first, Bianca. Bianca is an artist in her corporate career in the beginning of many years. She was art director of a few major advertising companies. And I'll let her introduce herself, how she become an entrepreneur like myself, and continue to be captured by the imaginations. She's never been to Kowloon War City. Frankie lived across the street from Kowloon War City. So I was born in Kowloon War City. So you are seeing the three of us have different experience, but we also share something in common. I'll tell you later what's that. So let me first introduce Bianca.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bianca, and I'm a local artist, born and raised in Hong Kong in the 1980s. I started my AI Instagram page just over a year ago. Beyond the joy of creation, my project has opened up a lot of wonderful opportunities for me, and I have met many fascinating new friends. For example, Louisa, who is sitting next to me. I'm grateful that she saw my interview and invited me to her event, and it's really my honor to sit next to her and Frankie as well, whom I met for the first time, and I think in the future I will meet him for many more times. 大家好，我係 Bianca， 咁我係一個AI artist 啦，咁我個 project 咧都係開始咗1年左右嘅啫，咁好驚喜就係Louisa 睇到報紙之後揾我嚟同大家分享一下，咁真係好榮幸同兩位咁重量級嘅人馬一齊同台啦，咁呢個係一個好好嘅機會，等大家認識下咁我又唔夠佢哋出名嚇。Well, I didn't know her at all before she contacted me. Actually, to be honest, I was a bit nervous before meeting with her because it's easy to think that like an entrepreneur, a career woman can have very strong personality. I was a bit scared of that. Turns out, to my surprise, she is like a really warm and sweet character, a very wise sister that since the first moment I met her, I could open up myself to her like she's an old friend or a family, which is a wonderful connection. 咁我之前係完全唔識 Louisa 嘅，咁佢直到去揾我啦。咁喺我見到佢之前咧，其實我都有啲緊張，因為大家對於一個事業女強人嘅印象就係可能佢好惡喎。係咪？佢可能對我要求好高喎，咁但係原來見到佢之後咧，佢係一個好似一個家姐咁樣嘅好 sweet 好即係你完全覺得好有親切感嘅，跟住好神奇咧！其實我第一次見到佢，我已經講咗好多我自己嘅嘢，都可以向佢敞開心扉講即係好似大家已經好熟，係一個屋企人咁樣。 her background or the title of her book might suggest it's like a self-help book or a manual for success, right? Again, to my surprise, after I read her book, it's such a heartfelt read, shows a woman completely honest about every chapter of her life, and both good and bad. It demonstrates courage and fragility as a woman and as a friend. Although I have a very different path as a Hong Kong woman, coming from a different generation, after reading her book, I totally feel connected and like smile at a lot of similarity of her and myself. Teresa 本書你可能一睇個 title， 你會覺得可能會唔會係啲心靈雞湯書啊，或者教你點樣成功打造自己事業嘅書啦。咁但係原來咧佢係一本關於一個香港嘅女仔點樣將一手爛牌打好嘅故事。咁佢都好真誠咁樣揭露咗佢自己一啲好同埋唔好嘅經歷。一啲好嘅 decision 同埋一啲唔好嘅 decision 啦，咁你睇到之後，你會覺得係好有親切感，同埋即係雖然我同佢係唔同世代嘅人，但係我會覺得係一個好 warm 嘅故事，好啟發到我，好鼓勵到我去好似佢一樣咁勇敢面對自己，同埋接受自己。Director Ang Lee once said, "Everyone has a Brokeback Mountain in their heart." 李安導演曾經講過，每個人心目中都有個斷背山。But I think for all the Hong Kong people, there is a wall city in everyone's heart. 咁我覺得每一個香港人心入面都有一個九龍城寨。No matter you have lived or been to the Kowloon Wall City, or you have never, like me.Unlike Teresa and Frankie, I have never been to the Wall City. Actually, it was demolished when I was 12. During that time, I was living in a public housing in Fanling, barely step out to visit the Kowloon. However, I have been fascinated by the Kowloon Wall City since I first play the game that came out in 1997 called the Kowloon's Gate。咁其實我自己就同Louisa 同 Frankie 唔同啦。咁其實我係從來冇去過九龍城寨嘅。咁不過因為九龍城寨喺我12歲嘅時候咧，佢已經拆咗㗎啦。咁但係我第一次打機嘅第一隻 game 叫做九龍風水傳咧，佢成個 game 咧嘅設計都係 based on 九龍城寨去設計。咁我嗰刻已經着迷咗。I cannot explain why I'm quite obsessed with the whole setting and the whole world of the Kowloon Wall City. But I can't tell the reason, but I guess it looks like home, it feels like home. 咁我其實自己都係一個香港基層家庭出身嘅人啦。咁我係解釋唔到點解我一見到九龍城寨呢個題目就咁着迷。我由我好細個開始已經覺得好想睇多啲關於九龍城寨嘅資料同埋歷史嘅。咁我
See your work. How about this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's just see a few of Bianca's work that capture my attention and capture my imagination.
So, Kowloon Wall City is often referred as the city of darkness. It's a lawless place and it's a den of crime. 咁呢個係罪惡之城啦。咁即使我哋未去過，咁我哋可唔可以重新想像呢？因為其實入面嘅人大部分都係一啲普通市民，即係一啲基層嘅市民。It's just like you and me. We're just low-income people. We're not doing any bad thing in the Wall City. And I want to use my work to continue telling the story of the Kowloon Wall City and the lower-income people, how we show resilience, which is the spirit of Hong Kong people. 咁我想藉住我嘅作品去講返香港人嘅好堅毅嘅精神。咁我就唔想 focus 落去一啲罪案或者即係啲黑暗面啦嚇，因為其實大部分喺九龍城寨住嘅人，我相信都係普通市民啫。咁呢個係我嘅 IG page 啦，咁大家有時間可以睇，叫做Wall City Wildest Dream。咁其實咧，所有都係我重新再想像關於九龍城寨啦，或者我自己童年回憶，或者一啲香港文化嘅 AI 作品嚟嘅。咁我呢一堆相咧，其實都係一個好出名嘅加拿大攝影師 Greg Girard 去拍嘅。咁我相信大家如果有留意九龍城寨，都有睇過佢嘅相啦。咁我其實好多 Yeah.
By Girard.
This is from his book, The City of Darkness, and I think most of you, if you ever notice, if you ever pay attention to Kowloon city history, you have seen the photo that taken by the Canadian photographer Greg Girard. Most of my work are inspired by his photos. For example, this one. So the whole idea about the walled city is that a lot of refugees after the Second World War, they all flood to China and they didn't have much money and they just like flood into the walled city and make it really crowded, and without a single architect, they start to randomly build their home and that form the walled city. This is about the hopefulness. That shows in the walled city。咁城寨嘅歷史就係、城寨嘅歷史就係啲當時嘅難民，佢冇乜錢，咁佢就嚟香港自己揾個地方落腳。咁佢冇錢起屋，亦都冇設計師，咁佢就自己繼續咁樣起屋啦。咁呢一張相係代表嗰個好擠迫嘅環境啦，同埋即係佢比較imaginative 啲咁去 present 嗰個九龍城寨嘅 idea， 咁全部都係幻想，但係你一望你會覺得好有香港嘅 feel， 你會認得呢度係你屋企。And then I think this one is what Louisa really like. She wants me to show this one especially. I think you can spot these guys when you're walking around Hong Kong, which is the Hong Kong specialty, the bamboo scaffolding。咁呢啲搭棚工人就係香港啲特色之一啦。我諗呢個技術都唔係全世界好多地方有嘅。咁Louisa 咧就會去特別想我 show 呢一個作品係嘛？冇擺落去，冇擺落去。If you want to see the video, you can come to my Instagram page and there is a video showing there. Yep. 咁as said, I reference lots of documentary photo of the walled city and make it really imaginative, usually exaggerate the feature of it. 咁呢張就係九龍城寨入面嘅髮型屋啦，咁我就會將佢再誇張化，咁令佢再得意啲。咁點解要咁樣做呢？我覺得新一代其實佢未必知道九龍城寨呢個地方，咁點樣吸引佢哋嘅眼球呢？點樣令佢哋想有興趣去知道返我哋本地嘅歷史呢？咁我就將佢visually 整得意啲去吸引人哋睇咯。And then this one is actually inspired by the children who play at the rooftop of the Kowloon walled city. I once saw a photo of children actually playing football on the rooftop of Hong Kong, and then I created this video. .咁九龍城寨好出名就係有飛機降落體啦，咁天台有好多小朋友喺度玩啊，咁我就將佢即係人畜無害啦。咁 AI 有個好處就係咁佢唔使真係抌啲細路上天台飛嚟飛去咁，但係都可以做到嗰個效果嘅。And then the last one is myself. When I was a kid, I live in Fanling. My mom runs a frozen meat shop at the wet market. So in my childhood memory, I remember waiting for my mom to finish her work, and then she can take us home after school. And this is me waiting in the rain at the wet market, and then I start to imagine some imaginary friends to play with me, and they are actually garbage bags. 咁我媽咪細個咧就係街市度開凍肉鋪嘅，咁我就放學會等佢接我翻屋企啦。咁呢個就係我重新想像翻我細個等媽咪接翻屋企，然之後身邊就會其實細個就冇咩玩噶嘛，咁你就會攞身邊一啲可能膠袋啊咁樣，你就想像佢係一啲公仔咁同你玩咯。So this is briefly about my project. Hope you like it.
Thank you, thank you. 咁我哋可唔可以let me introduce another kind of art, photographer, 攝影師。
係，我應該係叫攝影師嘅，因為我其實我細個咧，我係好細個做學徒係做電影剪接先嘅，即係嗰啲菲林嗰啲剪接師。咁跟住咧，我就做下就覺得咧好鬼辛苦啦，咁就走咗去做時裝設計師啊！其實我一路做緊嘅嘢都係同 art 有關嘅。咁做時裝設計師嗰陣時咧，就因為我就有個 collection 就要即係要影一啲野外生態嘅嘢咧，我要大自然嘅 pattern， 所以我就嗰陣時就開始影相啦。咁影下咧，後尾咧差唔多啲仔女就嚟畢業嗰陣時咧，我個朋友咧就知道我影咗咁多年相咧，都係時候幫下我手咯喎，咁叫我去做電影啦。咁電影一路就做電影劇照啦。咁就我而家分享下啲啱咧，我就咁啱得咁巧參與咗呢套九龍城寨嘅電影劇照啦。咁呢個咧就係。
So maybe I just say so Frankie lived next to Kowloon War City. When he grew up, he went into the Kowloon War City, but he didn't have money to buy a camera. So all the photo that you're going to see, unfortunately, is not in real life.
係啦，呢個就唔係真係九龍城寨嚟嘅，呢個係搭景搭出嚟嘅，即係嗰套電影裏邊嘅九龍城寨。
That's the movie, The Kowloon War City.
係啦，所以我就俾大家睇。
Frankie is the photographer.
係啦，
and these are all the photography of the setting of the movie.
係啦，其實我細個咧都喺九龍城寨附近住嘅，咁就我經常會入九龍城寨嘅細個嗰陣時，因為我就做嗰啲咧，因為嗰陣時我哋細個咧係好鬼多嘢做啊，唔係放學之後咧就做原子粒咧，就唔係做原子粒就走去剪線頭啦，就揾啲外快嘅。咁有時會入九龍城寨幫我媽買嗰啲字花檔嗰啲咧，成日要我去嗰度俾錢睇下開咩 number 嘅，所以我就成日都要入去九龍城寨嘅細個，因為我媽話我入去比較安全啲，大人就麻煩少少，因為細路仔佢唔搞噶嘛，專搞大人嘅九龍城寨，所以就係咁啦。
So Frankie said that when they grew up, and the mother sent him inside because they said they wouldn't tackle a small children, but they would tackle adults. So he is the brave one.
咁第一張就係九龍城寨嗰個主景啦。呢個主景就係佢喺西貢嗰度搭出嚟嘅。其實呢個主景咧係一個全個景都係可以喐嘅，因為佢當佢為咗成本問題咧，就因為佢如果要拍巷嗰陣時咧，將啲景推嚟推去，變咗好似移動城堡咁樣嘅。
So these are all the settings of the movie. There are many settings and they're all movable. And the stage is multiple sites in Cyclone when they filmed the movie.
因為我去到呢個景影劇照之前呢，就要入去睇過呢，就已經係嚇親我啦！我已經覺得係非常之似嘅，同我現實睇嗰度。咁收咗工就係咁喺度影呢啲景啦，影翻舊本先啦。咁呢個就係裏邊啲生活嗰啲細節啦，我會影好多細節呢啲嘢啦。好多時嗰啲 無端端就喺條街口度有得拜下神啊，又拜下地主咁樣嘅，周圍都有呢啲嘢嘅裏邊。咦，翻轉呢個嗱，啲景就係咁樣樣咯，搭到好仔細嘅。但係之前話攞嚟做參觀呢，其實係冇乜可能嘅，因為佢呢啲景好化學嘅，一挨埋去就冧，所以就非常之危險，冇可能俾你哋參觀。根本上拍完就算㗎啦。
So Frankie said that it's kind of dangerous because it's the stage. So when he was taking a photo, he can't lean forward because it will crumble.
睇下啲景啦，繼續係啲景啦。嗱，呢啲就係我哋喺嗰個電影廠裏邊開始搭嘅一嚿嚿呢啲嘢咯。呢啲嘢全部有碌嘅，可以推出去嘅，成座咁可以推出去出邊嘅。跟住睇下到時拍邊一場戲就用邊一個景咁樣砌翻到，令到個畫面豐富啲啦。應該就唔會撞景嘅，因為佢會轉啊360度，唔同嘅位置都有唔同嘅景咯。咁跟住又做埋一啲咁嘅水龍頭啊，呢啲咩？佢連個地下都做埋嘅，地下嗰啲水喉呢，譬如係喺嗰個地下度爛啊、彈上嚟啊嗰啲位都會有做埋出嚟嘅。呢啲就係嗰啲裏面啲巷咯，同埋我哋即係燈光師都做得好好，因為我哋用咗喺6層樓上面打咗個自然光落去，打咗個應該嗰個火數係70萬火打落去啲巷度呢，變咗好似有啲陰啊，有啲陽啊啲咁嘅感覺。呢個我嚟嘅。因為呢個髮型屋太靚，所以要影下先。
He said that this 髮型屋係
啊，即係嗰啲樓梯底嘅剪髮廊。
剪髮嘅地方。
髮廊啊，係一個剪頭髮嘅地方。
Very beautiful. She wanted to take a photo of himself.
咁樣嘅以前啲樓梯底嘅髮型屋咧就係咁樣噶啦，有張凳仔啊，啲細路仔啊坐晒喺度等剪頭髮啦。跟住就咁無端端喺個住宅度就有條樓梯底咁嘅其實未必一定九龍城寨嗰陣時喺黃大仙裏邊都好多呢啲咁嘅樓梯底嘅髮型屋。咁啊，仲有啲嗰啲咁嘅漫畫俾你睇啦，細細本嗰啲咁咯。係咪好唔相信呢個係景嘅？其實好似好現實咁喎，搭景搭得好靚。好有心機搭景嘅呢個人。嗱，呢度呢，我講俾你聽就係你所有見到嘅嘢呢，其實都係由一塊平地開始嘅，即係基本上係乜都冇。呢一間呢，呢一個景呢，其實呢個髮型屋呢個景呢，其實係一間喺元朗嘅棄置咗嘅中學裏邊嘅一個樓梯底嗰度做出嚟，有一部分都係喺嗰間學校。其實嗰間學校都好多戲拍㗎啦，一年起碼有10零20套戲喺度拍，搭唔同嘅景喺度拍。咁啊，呢啲就係一支燈膽就已經搞掂晒成個拍戲嘅光源。有時唔係好需要打燈打得好犀利嘅拍戲嗰陣時。跟住啲電線啦，我哋用咗。我哋今次呢個景呢，用電線差唔多可以圍繞地球60次嘅電線嘅長度。
Okay, so may I have to translate this one? So the wire you see in the photo, according to Frankie, it can wire the whole world. How many times? 60 times.
60次係啦，冇錯。咁啊，呢間就係佢哋嗰間叉燒飯嘅飯堂啦。
So in Kowloon Wall City, it's famous for its barbecue pork rice. So this is the famous. How many of you have watched the Kowloon Wall City, the movie? Okay, for those who haven't watched, please go watch.
係啊，哇！咁多人睇過，都好多人睇過，所以大家都好了解。嗱，跟住就呢度就係嗰啲電錶房啦，亦都係由冇到有啦，全部都係平地開始啦。我所講嘅細節呢，就係睇下地下，佢連埋嗰啲地下呢，地下嗰度有啲電線喉嗰啲突得出嚟嗰啲，佢都會做埋啊。其實喺裏邊拍戲嗰陣時都 都啲走位都有啲危險，嗰啲演員都會望清楚啲，因為好黑。嗱呢度就係叉燒飯個竇咯，呢度差唔多我臨拆嗰陣時影嘅呢啲，所以你見唔到太多嘢，因為嗰啲嘢都撞爛晒。呢間就係阿郭富城同阿古天樂喺度剪頭髮嗰個髮型屋咯。哦，冇啦，已經齊晒啦。
Thank you, thank you, Frankie and Bianca. 我雖然我喺九龍城寨住咗2年，但我有一個好深刻嘅記憶。So I only lived there for 2 years, but the most vivid memory of me is 好黑 ，it's very dark. So today I am not afraid of darkness. 我唔怕黑，但係都係好怕臭。So I'm still not liking the smell, but I'm good with darkness. So we'll have some questions. Bianca actually is very kind. I gave her a book, and in 2 days she finished.
Yeah, this is very interesting, first of all. And then it's...
Questions for me?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so we'll have some questions and answer.
Sure. So in your book, you've showed us so a vivid life of you with so many chapters. There are chapters with innocence, there are happy moments, there are sad moments, there are downside of your life, and regrets, right? So if you were given the chance to relive at a certain age of your life again, maybe the happiest period of life, or maybe just to fix some regrets, right? Which age would you go back and why?
Well, the easy answer. Bianca 問我，如果我再翻轉頭，有邊一個時刻或者係邊一個年紀係我最想翻轉頭嘅呢？ So the easy answer is obviously now. I'm surrounded by love. What can anyone ask for? Of course now. But life is not so simple. When we are young, we don't have much, but we want a lot. And when I'm old, I have a lot, but I have not a lot to enjoy. And when you're old, you have wisdom, but your choices is also limited because of your health, because of your experience, because of many other considerations. So, 我覺得每一個人生都有佢自己嘅挑戰，就算你出世都有啲好挑戰至就出到嚟啦。So even when you are born, you got to struggle to come out. So from the day you are born, life is filled with struggle. 所以我覺得我永遠都唔會諗過係邊一個係我最快樂嘅時刻，或者係最有錢嘅時刻，或者係最滿足嘅時刻。我覺得每一年每一日都有佢哋嘅快樂嘅時刻，唔係每一個階段有個快樂，而係每一日我哋要去爭取我哋嘅快樂。There's no such thing as the best year, the best life, the best age. It's all about every day there are happy moments, and there are days that you don't see any happy moment. And that for me is today. The story hasn't ended. Maybe the best part still yet to come. Yay! 我係冇咩後悔。I don't have any regret. Not that I'm a saint or anything. 而係覺得用咗自己努力，每一步行嘅都係真誠 都係我自己嘅決定，有好有唔好，喺人生裏邊係必須嘅旅程。所以我覺得希望你哋大家都係一齊去向前行。Everyone live not for the moment, but live to the best you can.
And then I have another question. You and I, we live a very different path of life, and we are from different generation, and we face different struggles. 咁你同我係唔同嘅年紀啦，唔同嘅成長環境啦，唔同嘅人生軌跡啦。咁我哋面對嘅challenge 都好唔同。咁你覺得 for this generation of women, like let's say in their 20s, do you think their struggle is very different from you and me, or how is it different from us? Let's say women in their 20s in Hong Kong now.
Are there any women in their 20s in the audience? Yay! Would you like to come up on the stage? Please?
Yeah. Sorry.
Come here. So, I want to go. Let's go here. 嗱，呢個係最年輕啦。
20s.
呢個係
I'm 40s.
呢個係唔係中年，係啱啱開始㗎。
中年啱啱開始。
咁我呢個咧就係晚年。我想話俾你聽咧，你睇呢本書咧，你乜都知㗎啦。我係幾時出世啊，都知㗎。我1957年。咁而家幾多歲啊？好老啦。咁你覺得我哋嘅挑戰，我哋嘅艱難，每一個人後生嘅、中年唔係中年，係一個
中年嘅
青春嘅，我呢個晚年嘅，我哋嘅艱難係咪有冇唔同嘅咧？ You think that we face the same difficulties in life, or we face differently? Maybe the better question is, with the same difficulties, do we, each one of us, face it differently, do things differently, but more importantly, what you learn from it and what do you do with it? 咁我想問啦，問咗你先，佢問我問題，我問翻問題，係最好嘅人。So give me one example. What kind of most haunting issue that you face today?
I think for my age, I am facing midlife crisis. So I'm worried about aging and not pretty anymore. And then I have
the same problem too.
And then financially, I should start thinking about retirement. Do I have enough money for a good life? Am I going to sleep on the street when I'm after 10 years? And then I have to think about, do I want children or do I not want children? But I don't have much time left. So I think, to me, there are always lots of questions. I have different questions in my 20s, of course, like I'm looking for a husband, I'm looking for a husband, and I'm looking for a husband. And now I'm in my 40s. Yeah, my husband's there. I found him.
She found you.
Yeah. But yeah, I think every stage we face very different challenges. How about you?
你個名？
我叫 Yan. So it's also my late 20s because I think next year I'm no longer belong to the 20s anymore. Yeah, I'm very frank. I think the challenge that I'm facing right now is also about like, I think 20s is kind of like my identity, what kind of life I would like to live, and also looking for boyfriend, looking for a husband, and also like.
Anyone single here? The young one for her, the old one for me, okay?
And also like financially independence and how is there any possibility that I can get rich? Yeah.
Yeah, I think money is the thing we concern across all age.
Yeah. So my answer to Bianca's question is, in different generations, what can I tell them? How they can be prepared to face maybe the same challenge. I don't think the challenges are any different. I was looking for a husband. I was married once. But that was the wrong decision. And I worked in corporate life for 10 years. And I started to be an entrepreneur. And I thought that was the best I can do. So everyone's life is different, but the same challenge in life then, and now is the same. What I can only tell you is you will find your path forward. You will have your own kinds of answer. And it doesn't matter what answer, as long as you make an effort. This is my book. The book is about
I just want it.
The book is about chasing the butterfly. So what do you think? You chase butterfly?
Let's don't chase butterfly, because if you try to catch them, they die. But instead, you bloom and be the best of yourself, and butterflies will come to you. And this is how you catch the butterfly. And this is what she wants to express in her book, that you become the best of yourself, and you don't need to look and catch up the butterflies.
花香蝴蝶就嚟啦，咁所以我而家今日唔做香。So I think that for me is focusing, believing in yourself, but most important is to know yourself and have a good relationship with yourself. In fact, that is the most important relationship in your life. So, do you have a good relationship with yourself?
I'm trying, but it's getting better.
Okay.
And I hope you will.
Yeah, I'm also trying my best.
Me too. So, thank you. Thank you.
So my last question to you will be, you mentioned to be your own rock. So I assume you like yourself and trust yourself very much. So what do you like about yourself, and what do you don't like about yourself?
So the difference between me and her is about 20 years. No, 25 years.
25 years.
Okay. So, what does the 25 years do to me, or have done for me? Is that I think I know myself well enough to know what I like and what I don't like about me. So the self-awareness is actually the most important thing. So what I don't like myself, maybe it's easier. Oh, sorry. I'm impatient. I am harsh on myself and on others. Roger, don't laugh. I would never harsh on you. And I'm easy to trust others. And I fell in love too easy. So there's something that I don't like myself. It doesn't mean that I'm not good. There are things that I can't control. And the last thing I don't like myself is I always feel insecure. I don't know whether I've tried many hard ways to conquer insecurity. But at the end of the day, I realized I have to live with it. That's what I don't like about myself. What I like myself is I'm curious. That's why I'm a good headhunter. My friend told me that I am a question queen. That's why I don't have many friends. They don't want to invite me to dinner. They say, don't invite her. She asks too many questions. I'm curious. And I think that is also something that about artists. You are driven by curiosity. What is behind that light? What is around that corner?
其實我唔係好中意一個，即係我其實自己嘅人本身咧，就唔係好中意懷緬過去嘅，只係展望將來嘅啫。咁我就
he is someone who doesn't think too much about the past. He's focusing on the future.
因為我只會觀察而家嘅世界係點樣去即係記錄一啲將會發生嘅事啦。我就好少會懷緬翻過去，因為嗰啲歷史已經過咗啦。咁你同埋你已經唔可以再記錄啦嘛，嗰啲嘢。其實我都對我嚟講係一個記錄咯，冇乜意義。但係就我會一路做嘅嘢就係我想記錄低跟住剩低落嚟嘅人生。我就好少會懷緬翻過去嗰啲嘢，因為我細個嗰陣時實在太頑皮啦。我能夠咧可以淨係買一張機票咧，就走過去法國2年，英文又唔識，國語又唔識，唔知過去做乜，但係過到嚟揾到工做好嘢。
So the last thing I think I like myself, I have many, I have endless list, okay, I like myself. No, there's only 3 things I think I like myself. The last one being that I'm loyal. I'm loyal to myself, first and foremost. I'm loyal to those who made a difference in my life, all of you. I'm loyal to my ideals. And above all, I'm loyal to my values. That always define me, no matter how hard I try not to be frugal, not to be foodie. My brother is a foodie and I'm not. But I think I'm loyal to myself and my values and the people who have made a difference in my life. So those are the 3 things I like, and there are many things I don't like myself.
Thank you so much. And I'm sure the audience got more questions too.
Yeah, so maybe we have 1 or 2 questions from the audience if you have. 你有冇咩問題啊?
The beautiful 20s.
Yeah, thanks for taking my question. And I'm sorry that I just finished my tennis class, so I'm wearing kind of sporty and not really suitable for the for this sharing. But thanks for your sharing. And I also bought a book just now, and I read a few pages. So I have a question, because the reason why I came here is that I'm attracted by the title, because I have a family also coming from mainland China to Kowloon city, but I came to Hong Kong like 7 years ago, and then I live here for like 7 years. And Wall Street, I work in Central and also in the finance industry, so that's why I was attracted by the title and inspired by your story and your sharing. So my question is regarding like how should you think about like because I read the first few pages is that you try to fight with your some more, but do you have any tactical solutions that how, because we know that there's ups and downs in our life, but how should we tackle those down cycles in our life? Because I think right now maybe the industry, the finance industry in Hong Kong, also in China, is facing great challenge, and I think for our generation, we're also facing kind of those challenges. That how should we survive during the down cycles? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I was just talking to my colleague just now, how to survive in a down cycle. 佢問我而家世界咁艱難，咁佢有啲咩去叫到係佢可以做嘅呢？而家我覺得人係一個好嘅 human being have a instinct to survive. You have to ask yourself, that what does it mean for you to survive? So to survive is to be able to 唔可以怕艱難 cannot be afraid of difficulties. 萬事起頭難 Everything starts with the first step. 人有力有心有腦，有啲咩唔做到 You have brain, you have hand, you have your heart. There is nothing you cannot do. 我覺得而家係艱難嘅時候，我哋做獵頭嘅可能仲更加艱難。你冇工嘅，我哋更加冇工。So as a headhunting industry is difficult when there are no jobs around. So my only advice is to keep going and take this time to learn new skill and be agile. Go to where the money is. So where's the money? I don't know. Money is where somebody will find you, what can I do for you, rather than what do you want to do? If you just ask yourself, does anyone want me to do anything? I'm sure there will be someone that say, yes, come and work for me in this company, and you are required to do so and so. Instead of, what do you want to do? As young people always figure out what I want to do instead of what other people think I do well. So this is the time for you to think through and to learn new skill and to adjust to what is in demand. There is no magic. There is no magic. Like life, there is no magic. But there are magical moments in life, not necessarily magic. Did I answer your questions? Okay, thank you. So I think, thank you so much. Thank you, Frankie, and thank you, Bianca. I think that I have to answer the question that I raised to you all, which is, what is the similarities of us, other than the fact that we can see possibility, we can imagine, but more importantly, I think we care for the place we are here, Hong Kong. And that there is nothing we cannot do together to make this place a better place. Not necessarily a better place for only us, but for all of us. And I think as artists, and I consider myself the most un-artist person. I'm very practical. But I do think that I'm inspired by artists because there are things that I cannot do that you can. And it is good that the world has the both of us. So I hope that we also have one last video, if you have spare 2 minutes, is the donations, the book proceeds will be donated to Harmony House, 和諧之家。我買嘅書全部都會捐俾和諧之家。香港係我哋嘅家，我都覺得每一個人最重要就係有一個和諧之家。The most important things in life is harmony at house. So 香港人家庭暴力係我哋成日都聽到新聞，但係冇人想講嘅。Nobody want to talk about domestic violence. I want to give them a voice in the society that we should not avoid talking about it. 我覺得家庭暴力係有我哋每一個人都要面對，同埋唔係話暴力之後嘅傷者，而係我哋要將呢個家庭暴力要消滅喺我哋嘅社會上邊。So I'm donating the sales proceeds. Please buy the book. And let's see just a 2-minute video on Harmony House, which I wanted to introduce to you to the good work that they are doing for for the society and the people that you may not get to know. Not working? So how many houses are 40? Next year they will celebrate the 40-year anniversary. They were established in Hong Kong in 1985, and they are one of the biggest domestic violence shelter and preventions in Hong Kong. So if the video, is it working, Ryan? Hmm? Anyway, if it is not working,
Just maybe go to the website.
okay, okay. So I'm sorry about this, and I hope that you can visit their website and also lend your lending hand. And thank you so much again, from my heart to your heart. Thank you.